All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys, bis, and non-conventionally identifies, it's your boy, Mr. Pip Darty. Most of you probably have no idea what's going on right now, but this is a lovely little podcast, or rather an interview disguised as a podcast, where I talk to my lovely friends here on the fucking internet, because I want y'all to meet them. So, let's go ahead and get rid of this fucking bullshit starting soon screen. I'm gonna introduce you guys to the lovely, the one, the only, and probably for good fucking reason. You know what? This man deserves a chance to introduce himself. Why don't you tell us who the fuck you are?
Well, you started off with words like nice and things like that, so I'm going to have to recant those to start with. But obviously, like the man said, I'm obviously that Grumpy Scotsman. Like this man here, also a Twitch streamer, variety of games, mostly playing Dark Souls at the moment. Currently living in the hottest fucking country in the world and regretting every last second of it. 40 degrees today again. Fucking ridiculous. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope you haven't asked me too many ridiculous questions. Although I can see some names that I know have asked some really fucking terrible ones already. But anyway, hi.
and Grumpy Scotsman, where are you from?
I am from the lovely, beautiful city of Glasgow in Scotland, obviously. The name kind of gives it away ever so slightly. I want to say that it's a fantastic city to grow up in, but there's a reason why I took the first opportunity that I could to move to Australia, and that's because the weather is the exact opposite of what we've got here. Balls are blue rather than red.
So Grumpy, how long have you been a content creator and Twitch streamer?
Do you know, that's actually a harder question than it sounds, because I did take a 7-month break when I was working in Japan. But if I was to add it up, I think it's like 2.5, maybe 2.5, possibly going on 3 years. But yeah, like that 7 months did take a little bit of a chunk out of that time. But realistically, grand scheme of things, not very long at all.
All right. Well, I mean, 7 months is a decent break for sure, and that's funny enough. From that lovely vacation is actually how I found you in the first place, randomly coming across your tweets on Twitter, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy in my feed? Let me go check him out. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I guess I'll follow him to see when he fucking gets back.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you already.
You have other reasons once you get to know me to feel sorry for me, but nevertheless. So what got you into streaming on Twitch anyways?
Do you know what? It's actually really, really simple. There's no like inspirational story or inspirational anything. The only experience I had with Twitch before actually becoming a streamer myself was watching guys like Wubby and what is his name again? The one with the big nose. Used to play a lot of PUBG.
Oh, that really narrows it down.
you would know exactly who I mean. So anyway, that aside, right? Okay. But him aside, the main reason was Pay Money Wubby, because I just liked his show because it was just chaotic and it was always a fun time just to watch it. But when you look closer at it, you just look at it and go, I could probably do that. And that's the way my brain started, was, yeah, I could probably do that. And then once you start doing it, you start going, wait a minute, I can't fucking do this. Then you just make it up as you go along.
I know that all too f***ing well. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. I'll drink to that. Skull.
Skull, indeed. I hope it isn't beer that's in yours, though. It's still 6 o'clock in the morning for you.
Nah, don't shoot. You know what? You're not my real dad. Don't tell me what the fuck to do.
Oh, you never know. I might be. I'm old enough.
Hey, no, he showed up eventually. My real one, that is. Don't worry about it. with papers. With papers, so.
No, I didn't.
So 7 months in Japan for work. That must have been quite the culture shock for you.
I think when I turned up, it was probably more of a culture shock for them than it was for me.
Yeah, valid.
But like the thing is, though, I think when you go to any city in the world, they're all quite similar. Apart from Japan, Tokyo is probably the only city in the world that's different from every other capital city in the world. It has literally got Tourette's. It's a city with Tourette's, and it's just absolute bananas. I'd never know what to make of it from day one. I love the city, but I also hate the city because I just don't know what to do with it. It's like it's just that crazy. I can't even explain it properly. But the problem was, with Japan, the problem was because of the nature of my job, I didn't get a chance to see much of Japan itself. It was pretty much, I was working close to Tokyo. Tokyo was pretty much the only place I could go to on a day off. Because like one of the main things I wanted to do was I wanted to jump on a bullet train, head off like to one of the other islands in Japan or something like that, and actually see what you would call real Japan. I don't know why I'm pointing at my green screen. That's where Japan is there. It's on my green screen. But it was definitely a bit of a culture shock. It was a good 7 months. It helped pay for a lot of the stuff that's going to be going into the house that we are building right now. But it'll be a new streaming room, new computer room. So this is not my room as it normally is, because ever since I introduced the green screen, this angles and stuff here were all completely different. But now it's just a green screen and the lights, and all you see is this ugly face. Yeah, I got off topic there slightly. Sorry.
No, totally fine. This is your stage. I'm just orchestrating the lighting. That's all.
And I'm just here to repeat silly fucking things that I've done in my past.
And that's exactly why we're here, though. So you're doing exactly what we need. Fantastic, perfect. You're a natural. I just want to say one thing though. I know it's your chat, but I want to say one thing to try Scotsman, and it's fuck you. It's a real beer. He's thinking what he thinks. Yeah, I was reading that earlier. Oh man. So now, how exactly did you get into streaming? Did you kind of just look up online, like how to exactly get into it, or did you already have a game in mind and kind of decide, yep, I'm going to start streaming that, or did you just try a little bit of fuck all everything?
Well, it kind of went all over the place because, like I said, like from watching Wubby stream, I had a vision's probably the wrong word, because what I wanted to do was something similar but not the same as what he done, which essentially I haven't done, or at least not on purpose anyway. Because I thought, yeah, I could totally do a just chatting stream and we can do all these things, but you forget the part where you need an audience first before you can do it to the same level of these guys that can do it. Because when you get to that higher level, you've got the people there that help you create the content that you want to create, because essentially they're giving you half your ideas. And I've completely forgotten the question already. Shit. Fuck me dead.
So how did you get started in streaming?
Yeah, how did they get started? Yeah, so like from watching that for a few months or something, like, I just enjoying those shows. I just one day decided to grab a camera, Google how do you stream on Twitch, and that was it. I picked, it would have been one of my city building games at the time. I think it was Transport Tycoon, something like that. I can't remember what it was. But I had I lied. I didn't have a camera to start with. All I did was I had the Streamlabs software, the Streamlabs that we don't like anymore for obvious reasons, because apparently they're dickheads. So I just had that, and I learned how to stream a game, and that was it. I literally done that. I had my old headphones, which was a Logitech Arctis something or other. It was like the worst quality ever, put it that way. The sound was terrible. I think I had everything all the wrong sizes, and it took maybe like 3 or 4 streams before the first person finally came and said hello. And honestly, people underestimate how good a feeling that is when you're trying to do something that you really like the look of and then you've really enjoyed to start with. Like that first person that comes to say hello to you, it just made things so much easier, and that's what probably started the confidence of like pushing it forward a little bit more. Buying a camera, which was like the worst camera you've ever seen in your life. You could barely even see me on it. And that continued until I get fed up with that. When my community started growing a little bit. So I thought, you know what, I better put some of the money that they've thrown at me back into the stream to give them a little bit more quality.
Right.
I pretty much jumped from a Logitech 6 something, like a really shitty bad camera, to the one that I'm using just now, which is the Logitech Brio, which is pretty much one of your top of the range webcams, but it'll be a long time before I jump on a DSLR. And yeah, like I mean, it's just a cases of progression. The start part was just finding a game, figuring out how you actually just pressed the button and went on, and the rest just naturally happened from there. Mostly through meeting other people and finding out what they liked, and watching other people's streams and seeing what they do, just to see what I could improve on mine. And essentially, all I've really done is just went with the flow of it every time. And there's never any set thing of what I do. It's just I've got a game in mind, but that's like a secondary thing. Mostly it's about the chaos.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For those of you that are meeting this lad for the first time, I can't even explain it in words. Go to his fucking channel. Even if you just have to go back and catch like 5 minutes of a VOD, like if you're on the East Coast like me and are probably never awake to catch him live, just go back and watch 5 minutes of his streams. You will thank me later. Trust me.
Well, they might or they might not. It depends how well they look after the rear holes. Right, I'm moving chatting things around here.
I know you're good. You're good. So yeah, I mean, and when it comes to like just going with the flow of things for sure. As long as you avoid Dracoling, if you hear me, I can already feel you smacking me upside my head right now. Avoiding the lovely gear acquisition syndrome, where you just want to buy all the toys for streaming.
Exactly. And do you know what? To be quite honest, I was kind of doing that, and that's why I ended up with the Brio for the moment. I mean, it's not the most expensive thing in the world, but with the world's current state,
it costs a pretty penny, especially now. Yeah,
and that's what I mean. And like the prices are so inflated as well. So I wanted, and that's why I went and got this. What is it? A Blue Yeti. Okay, it's not the best microphone in the world, but it's definitely better than using a headset thing. And then things just like adding emotes, paying for them and stuff like that. You do go through all those stages of you think you need to keep spending more money, but you don't. And I'm definitely not going to spend any more money for a long time, because jumping from what I've got just now onto either XLR microphones or DSLR cameras, that is an expensive jump, and I'm just not ready to make that yet.
I mean, shit, I know people that are partnered streamers that stream full time for a living, and they've made their own emotes in Microsoft Paint. So yeah, you definitely don't have to definitely don't have to spend a fuck ton of money. There's one Dark Souls streamer I know of that I won't name by name, but they literally stream with a fucking laptop webcam.
That doesn't surprise me. Like, see if you take into account, guys, like I'm assuming you've seen Greek God X.
Yeah.
So you've seen the quality of his streams. It's like the most potato camera you've ever seen in your life. And all his content basically comes from his Reddit page, and he sits and plays videos. And don't get me wrong, he's a fun guy to watch and whatever else, but he's doing something so very basic, but getting tens of thousands of viewers while doing it. And that's the sort of thing that makes you want to go, how the fuck, how does he do that? And I'm sitting here buying all this shit, and I'm like, fuck me.
Right.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But you see my point, right? The point I'm making is he doesn't have a lot of gear, but he's got a lot of personality. And I believe there must have been something, I don't know if he had something in his past that helped him get that audience to start with. For instance, guys like XQC, who I think he was like an Overwatch Pro or something. I can't remember what the fuck he did, but like he had all of those people from that side.
Right.
And that's where his stream got his audience from. I just don't know where Greek God X got his from.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. Well, we might have to look into that.
He's just one of the guys from the early days of Twitch that just was there first.
And maybe, I mean, one of the first names that pops into my head there is Admiral Baru, doing all kinds of like Borderlands content and shit like that. One of the few people I know of to this day that can stream with no VTuber avatar, not even a fucking JPEG of an avatar on his screen, literally just his voice and the game, and thousands of people come to watch him because he's been around since the Justin TV days. So yeah.
Definitely wasn't involved in those days either. I mean, I barely know what I'm doing with the stuff I've got just now, never mind trying to learn anything else.
Wait, we're supposed to know what we're doing?
I believe so. That's what we were told.
God damn it.
Yeah, let's
why did nobody fucking tell me this shit? I thought we were just supposed to go with, like you just said. Wait, what do you mean we're supposed to know what we're doing? You just said go with the flow. We're going with the flow. Make up your mind, Grumpy. One or the other. You can't have both.
Okay, I'll rephrase my original thing that I said then. Technically, I always have a plan. It's just that plan only becomes apparent as things happen. Is that better?
I feel like...
That's not a plan. Yes, correct.
I was gonna say, I feel like you don't have a plan. But that is a very good way to put it, that you don't have a plan. Oh, man. Now, what would you say is both when you started versus now? Let's have a bit of a comparative here. When you started streaming, what would you say was one of the hardest things about streaming on Twitch?
Oh, look, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's the same thing as everybody else goes through at the start. You've got these big ideas in your head, the thinking that you're just going to jump into this thing and you're going to be the best ever, you're going to be better than everybody else, and then you get hit with the harsh reality that you are very lucky in your first few streams if anybody's even going to turn up, and that is the harsh reality. People don't realise that until they actually try doing it. People think, and I think this is, I'm probably sounding like an old git here, I think this is a part of, sorry, I'll rephrase that, part of this is down to the attitude, the way younger people are these days, as in they want everything, they want it fast, they want it now, and they think they can get it without doing the work. In my case, it wasn't really work, it was just learning how to make the thing happen, learning how to make it look slightly better. And I mean, even silly things like green screens, 2 years ago, would not have had an idea even where to buy one or how to use one or the slightest clue how to implement it into a stream. And it's taken me 3 years to get to the point where I'm relatively smart enough that I can actually pick something and go, right, I want to do that, and then my brain can get into it and try and think of the best way of implementing it. Whereas in this case, it's just a case of green screen at the back of me and I don't have to tidy my fucking room anymore, which is fantastic. Although I had to do it today because of this shit.
So sorry to make you have to think for a moment.
But that compared to, I mean, that also kind of answers what you said about compared to now as well. But now, the difference now is between now and then is the confidence has went from like here to here. And then other days back to here again. But that's just Twitch streaming for you anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You can't avoid it. But it's having the confidence to like try new things, whereas before I wouldn't even have tried it before. I wouldn't even have considered a green screen because my brain would go, oh no, you know what, people won't like that. It'll probably be too hard, and you just talk yourself out of things. But nowadays I just go, do you know what? Fuck it, what's the worst thing that can happen? So you try it, you put it on, people go, that's fantastic, and then you go, oh, thank fuck for that.
Right.
And then you're like, Jesus. Jesus, okay, well, everybody, come on, get me another 10,000 viewers and we'll take this shit over. Maybe one day, you never know.
Yeah, last time I checked, I can't say that I've heard of any green screens spontaneously combusting, so I don't think there really is a worst case scenario with green screens, other than like, oh, this shit doesn't work or it looks terrible, I'll move it.
Yeah, but if you've not got the right lighting though, you're kind of screwed.
Oh yeah.
Because, I've only recently just bought it's a bit bright just now because I haven't done any filters on this Discord call. But I've got filters and stuff so that it looks a little bit better when it's actually on stream. But it's taken me 3 years to get to the point where I've actually bought these bloody things. Do you know what I mean? And then I realised that this Logitech Brio that I've got here is actually a decent camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought this was a shit camera until I bought some decent lighting. That's just me.
Lighting's 85% of a good camera, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, an absolute minimum. And like I said earlier on, I'm not going to jump straight up to a DLSR quite yet because look, my channel's it's a decent size. It's not tiny, but it's kind of small / climbing. But it's not enough to justify going out and spend thousands of dollars on like I can't even have the words for it because I know nothing about DSLR cameras. That is literally all I know about DSLR cameras is that's what they're called. And that's it.
I mean, I'm a little biased because I had that lovely gear acquisition syndrome and bought myself a mirrorless camera 4 years ago for streaming, and I'm like, oh, this is great. In all honesty, I could still be using this Razer Keo and be perfectly fine. Granted with better lighting.
Yeah, you would still have a better setup than what I've seen with Greek God X, sorry. Because like I said earlier on, his camera's on in the dark and stuff like that as well. And I'm like, fucking hell, this is bizarre. But I was actually considering getting one of them for that reason. But now I've got like a separate ring light there, and I've got these lights, and yeah, unfortunately now people can see all of this shit.
Oh, the travesty. The travesty.
And I get to show off my favourite shirt as well, which is the best part.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, your podcast people's not going to be able to see that part, but there you go.
Well, they can come to the YouTube if they want to watch the video. That was a call out to you bitches watching this on or listening to it on Spotify. Fuck you. Come to YouTube. Anyways. Now, over the years of you kind of tackling or overcoming these, these hardships, if you will, in streaming, and these second guessings of yourself, what's one thing that you'd say you've definitely learned about yourself since you started streaming?
Oh, I've definitely learned that I'm not as confident as I thought I was. Because I've grown up being a really, really confident person, like overly confident to the point where I thought I was the most confident person in the world. And when you learn, when you're doing something for others instead, that confidence just goes. It just disappears. Even 3 years later, second guessing myself after good streams, bad streams, middling streams, I'm always sitting there thinking, shit, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, I could have done fucking these other 30 things better. But it's mostly the confidence thing and realising you're not quite as good as you are in your own head, if that makes sense.
Right.
Because if you're not put to a test, in your head, you're amazing at something until you actually apply yourself to that thing. And then when other people are there to critique it, then you realise, oh, wait a fucking minute. Before I didn't have people telling me I was shit at something, I just assumed I was amazing at this thing.
Right. I mean, in the same token, they say that you're your own worst critic, so.
Yeah, exactly. Beer helps, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, would you say that that's more so been a positive and kind of more humbling thing for yourself in your content creation and kind of just driven you to improve over time, or do you find that that's kind of been more of a crux for you and just kind of held you back from doing some of the things that you want to do?
Ooh. It's actually a bit of both. It's a bit of both. Because on one hand, I'm a very stubborn person, and when something gets me down, I've got a habit of getting angry about it and fixing it somehow, or just trying to make it better. But on the other hand, it can affect me to the point where I'm thinking, shit, I don't want to do that ever again because I don't want to feel like that ever again.
Right.
I mean, it honestly swings both directions. I don't think there's ever been a middling ground. It's always went from one side to another. And it's like you said, it's because your own sorry, I'm just laughing in chat. Because you're your own worst critic, and I can't help it. But like I said, it's just made me. I think it's.
Oh god, I just caught up in chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to ignore it because it's the usual shit.
Right.
It's starting to look like my own chat now, unfortunately. And I'm trying my hardest not to shout at them because it's your channel. I'm just here to chill out with you. Try not to talk to them.
Yeah, they're here, but I'll rein them in, sort of. I'll try. I don't know how you do it, so just All right, then fuck it. We'll let them have some fun. Hey guys, over in the Twitch chat over there, I see you guys. Yeah. Love your faces. Anyway.
Yeah, so to put a kind of more kind of finality on that question, even though I say these things, how it swings both ways, it still made me realise what I can do. So the confidence probably has grown a bit, but the critique of myself has grown higher than that as well. I've still got the confidence, but then I'm more critical of what I'm doing with that confidence, and it kind of swings me both ways. No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. That probably wasn't the right choice of words. I'll recant that one. I'm getting another drink. But yeah, I mean... Oh, wait a minute. Somebody just saw my SpongeBob tattoo, did they? Oh, well, fair enough then. Yeah, sorry, I do actually have a SpongeBob tattoo. I should point that out. Grumpy leaps out the closet. Fuck off. I knew I shouldn't have wore this shirt tonight. This has been the biggest disaster. Every time I wear this shirt,
it's great. It's great. Chat, don't be hating on this man for this fucking shirt. This shirt is fucking great, alright?
Pineapples, what more do you want? You know what I mean? Quench my thirst and shit.
Just keep them off my pizza, that's all.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on a fucking second. Now, I don't know if we can come back for this, but we can try. Pineapple is perfectly fine on pizza. I'm saying that right here, and I'm saying it right now.
It is. However, for me personally, it can't be just pineapple on pizza. There's got to be other stuff on it with the pineapple. Then I'm okay with it. If it's just pineapple by itself, no, fuck off.
Yeah, so I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the fact. So if you don't know this already, Spirit Fingers is my wife. She's telling me to read chat, but I'm actually trying to concentrate on you. So it's not my fucking stream. I'll concentrate on chat later on. Or I won't. I'll probably forget half the things like I normally do anyway. I need another beer. I wonder if my wife will get me one.
Do as you do.
She won't. She won't.
So I think some of us might already know the answer to this next question, but I was instructed to ask anyways. So outside of your Twitch community.
Uh-oh.
So basically people you know in real life, if you will. You don't have to use names if you don't want to. But who would you say are some of your biggest supporters that you've told you stream on Twitch?
Simple as that. Because I don't really tell anybody else. The only other people I know are there's one guy that works with me who knows that I stream on Twitch as well. He seems to enjoy it. I don't know. I'm not fucking interested in his opinion because he's a dickhead anyway.
Called out.
And then, like, literally the other person outside of Twitch is my cousin. His Twitch name is Fletch. Bunch of numbers. Can't remember exactly what it is. But and okay, this is going to sound really fucking idiotic. So what happened was, right, so like I said, I mentioned my cousin there. Yeah, Fletchy, exactly. So I mentioned my cousin there. He had actually been in my chat for about a year before I even realised it was my cousin.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even realise it was my own cousin talking to me for about a year. I mean, I know his name. I know his name is Fletcher, but it didn't even click on to me until one day I think my wife pointed out and said, like, why am I not answering a specific question that was kind of like family related? Because I was mostly confused because I thought I didn't really know that person, but it turns out it's my cousin who I know like really well and have had many a drunk night with as well, I might add, in Manchester of all places.
Yeah, you'd think some kind of like either inside joke or something would come up to kind of tip you off to that.
Smart person would probably pick up on that. However, we're talking about me. We're not talking about a smart person.
Well, if you're going to throw yourself under the bus, then I guess I'll step on the gas. It's fine.
Oh, for God's sake. Thanks, I think.
Look, it's a team effort, right?
Yes, that's right. I hope it wasn't him that asked that question, actually. The guy that I just said bad shit about.
Now, so as far as when you kind of sit down and say, all right, well, I'm not streaming right now, but I gotta, do ideas just kind of come to you really as far as like what you want to do next? Or do you kind of have like sit downs with yourself, if you will, where you kind of brainstorm ideas or kind of look to other content creators for inspiration on what you want to try next in your content?
Hell no. Not even in the slightest. The only thoughts go as far as what game is going to be happening. Like, for instance, at the moment, as you know, I'm playing a lot of Dark Souls, but that's purely because I love playing Dark Souls, and that's just what I want to do. I just want to play games that I love. But we do have Just Chatting streams as well. They haven't happened as often since I got back from Japan.
I'm sure you had a lot of gaming to catch up on. 7 months is a long time.
Well, I mean, like, I didn't have a good setup over there. I just had like I would call it a basic gaming laptop, which you could only use. You could probably play something like, for instance, Doom Eternal on the lowest settings or something like that. That's probably the best you could do with it. But shit, what was the point I was trying to make again? I've done it again. I've started in one direction and went in another bloody direction again. This is why this is exactly the reason why I've got an emote that says CRS, can't remember shit. because I do this constantly. No matter
Sorry, it's all roundabouts around here. We'll get back to the point eventually.
Will we though? You have to remind me what the point was though.
If I remembered myself, that.
Oh fuck! So we're just randomly saying shit now because we've both forgot what the point was. Shit. Yeah, I can't help, unfortunately. Sorry.
All good. We were talking about, as far as like where you draw your inspiration on, and game ideas.
No, look, it just comes. Okay, the short version is, I think it just comes from things that I like. As in, like one of the first streams that I had when I came back from Japan was just opening a Japanese booster box of Pokemon cards.
Nice.
Which is one that I brought back with me, obviously. I bought it just before I left for that purpose. And that's what I'm probably going to do every now and again as well. I want to buy more boxes and do that, but the only problem is I've only got one decent camera, and obviously that's my face cam up here. The other one I've got, and this is actually going to sound a bit weird, the other camera is on the rest of my microphone down here near my crotch.
Oh, okay.
Now, there's no reason for that other than it used to be up here. Now, yeah, but now it points at my crotch, and I'm so glad it's not plugged in and I accidentally turned it on, especially when it's a 40-degree day and I don't have any pants on.
I don't know. Grumpy might have been streaming on a different platform before Twitch, guys. I don't know.
Chatterbait.
No, anywho.
That grumpy ballsack. Chatterbait.
Ah, Jesus. So prior to you playing a fuck ton of Dark Souls, because it's really right around when I actually like met you, so to speak, or found your content and channel, and eventually started hanging about. What was kind of your go-to games roughly prior to Dark Souls?
Well, actually, it's the one that I'm going to be playing later on tonight. Because one of the things that happened was like everybody always has a certain point when they're streaming where they can maybe get like a little boost when they start meeting more people. And it was while I was playing, I don't know if it was the first Doom or if it was Doom. When I say first Doom, I mean 2016. It was either playing that Doom or Doom Eternal. But that's when I started meeting more people, was in that category. And like, you've been in, you know what it's like. There's just, we play music, we talk shit, and the game sort of happens in the background.
Right.
But I mean, that's the game that I would say kind of mostly, like most of these guys here, I think they all started joining the stream. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. Some of them have been there since what you would call the start. And when I say the start, I don't mean when I had no camera and I had no idea what I was doing. I mean now when I've got a camera and I know I still don't know what I'm doing, and they're still here anyway. But yeah, it was like Doom Eternal was probably the one that kind of made me start really enjoying it more, because you started to have more people to speak to, and then you start enjoying this thing as well. And then you realise when you've got these other people talking, you've got more to talk about as well, and it just makes it so much easier to stream. And they've been giving me, they've just been hassling the shit out of me to play this game and get it finished, because I've had the DLC for God knows how long now, and I've been told I must finish it. I'm not allowed to not finish it. It's to be finished this year at some point. It's definitely not going to happen tonight because I'm fucking terrible at the game, and I say I'm getting shit for it already.
Hey, you guys can give him shit on his channel, okay? And well, you can give him shit here too. It's fine, but
yeah, trust me, you're not going to stop them.
I don't intend on it. If anything, I'm just instigating it more, and that's fine.
And the thing with I've noticed with Dark Souls, the community in Dark Souls all seem to like looking after each other as well. Because what I've noticed is ever since I started streaming in that channel, you get more visitors from that same community, and you seem to get more raids from that community as well. Then you're meeting more people, and then it's more people for you to raid and chat to and stuff like that. Because I've met some more streamers that I enjoy from being in that category as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, it's not always about the game. And like we're talking about inspirations and things like that. There's no inspiration as such. For me, an inspiration is just like, for instance, a new game will come out and I go, I really want to play that game, and I want to play it with these guys so they can see me learn how to play that game. And that, I would say, is probably the majority of what my, I hate doing this, content is. It's just me being ridiculously bad at games until I get better at it and eventually finish it.
Well, I mean, that's a marketable brand.
I mean, yes, maybe. Being terrible at games, it won't win many awards or anything like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, I you know what? No, I take that back because there are now awards for Twitch streamers, but
Hopefully, they're for terrible ones.
yeah, well, at least not official ones. Now,
Chatterbait as well.
oh jeez. Now, what would, as far as out of all of the most ridiculous things that you've kind of for the first time, just idea popped in your brain, say, all right, fuck it, I'm doing it. What would you say was the most fun thing that you've just tried on a whim on stream?
I never really do very many things on a whim. Like, for instance, the Pokemon stream that I talked about just a few minutes ago was probably the first real time I've just went, do you know what? Fuck it. I've never done this before. I'm just going to try it. Which, like I said earlier on, wasn't the best idea at the time because I wasn't even set up for it. Cameras were out of focus. Everything was all over the place. But that was it. But it was still a really good stream, and it was something different. And I got to sit and show off something else that I liked. There's never been anything really up until this point that you would consider crazy. The crazy happens with them.
Right.
Cause the crazy. And then I feed off the crazy. And then things just spiral from there.
And then we just have a positive feedback loop.
Yeah, and this is why I'm saying, like, there's never really a plan. It's just a sort of chaotic mess mostly. As in, like I said, the game's the background thing. Yes, I'm playing the game. But it's mostly about catching up with these guys. And,
Right.
And just trying to have a good night and meet new people and just see where we can go from there.
Somebody trying says the best whim was the wifey sit down AMA before Japan.
Yeah, sorry, no, that was a thing as well, right? So I actually completely forgot about that one. There wasn't much more to it. It was just like before we left. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to be able to stream because I didn't know which kind of setup I would have when I got there. And that's all we did. We basically just turned the camera on, I think either the night before or 2 nights before I left. We just sat there and asked questions, and they just gave us shit for an hour or two or whatever it was. But yeah, but things like that don't happen that often. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I would struggle to remember it, because of, CRS, exactly. For that exact reason, I've got a terrible memory. I've probably done it dozens of times, and I just can't remember any of them. That's just the way my brain works, or doesn't work, I think, is more accurately.
Well, then it's just a fun and exciting experience every time, because it just feels like the first time.
Exactly. It's like having that fucking thing that you don't remember anything. What the fuck do you call it again? Alzheimer's. That's it. I might have Alzheimer's. I can't even remember the name of the fucking thing.
I was just going to say amnesia, but okay, we went straight to Alzheimer's.
Yeah, next 15, 20 years, I might have it. You never know.
You do never know. But who knows, 15, 20 years from now, you might just magically start remembering shit. Who knows?
No, it's been like this for long enough now. I'm pretty sure it's not going to fix itself anytime soon.
Well, maybe not fix itself, but maybe, you know what? No, never mind. As the words were leaving my mouth, my brain recollected just the last week alone of me being in your channel, and I'm like, But there was that one. No, okay. Oh man. So we are going to take a quick break from the questions to just say and give a big fat fucking shout out to both Grumpies and my moderators, because we don't really show mods enough appreciation, I feel like, on Twitch. So I'm gonna pick my fucking mug back up and raise a toast to you motherfuckers, because y'all don't get paid enough to do it. Matter of fact, we don't really pay you at all, but we pay you in love and affection. Skull.
Exactly. I've ran out of beer, so I'm sculling with water instead.
Fair enough, as long as you're drinking.
Actually, 90% of the people that have come in from my own chat tonight are my mods, so it's mostly my mods that have came up to give me shit. As if that's any different normal.
That's what they're supposed to do. Mino, if you're somehow fucking awake right now, one of my moderators, he'd be... Oh, actually, yeah, you know what? Never mind, I take that back, because if he's awake right now, he'd be giving me shit in this chat. So...
Well, Lindsay just made a good point there. Where did you get that mug from? I really like that. Fantastic.
This was actually a gift from one of my community members. I'll actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll link this mug in the video description, and I'll post it in your Discord in the general or something for the people that are asking about it. I'll make sure you guys get a link to this mug. But it was a gift from one of my community members after we launched our Valheim private server. That was a fucking mess and a half, but hey.
It would be.
I learned how to blow up a 10-year-old computer that was sitting in my house, and I said, this could run a private server. No, we pay Amazon to host for us, yes.
Yes. No, it's not that. You started that sentence about blowing 10-year-olds, and my brain just went, what the fuck?
Nomine Patri et Filii Spiritus Sancti, what is wrong with... Never mind, don't answer that. We don't have enough time in this podcast.
No, you really
don't. Oh, man. So, we've learned a lot about Grumpy on stream. We're going to double back to the questions now, because I've gotten a few questions about Grumpy off cam. We'll dip into that segment a little bit. So now, when you're not sitting at home either gaming or thinking about streaming, do you have any hobbies, anything you like to do outside of that?
You fucking kidding? Hobbies? Who's got time for hobbies, for the love of God?
Well, some people do, and that's why we ask the questions around here.
At the end of the day, Twitch is my hobby.
Fair enough.
I know what you mean, but outside of that, I mean, look, I just love my video games, mate. If I'm not streaming, I've got a tendency... Yes, sorry, my wife's right. Pizza, she's not wrong.
I mean, pizza's a very important hobby.
It is, in the quantities that I eat it, it would probably be considered a hobby. And the thing
Trying says like, poop tweeting.
Yeah, I just ignore him. If I can give you any advice, just ignore anything that Trine says. That's it. Just ignore anything he says. That's what I've got to do in every stream.
I mean, but he just has all the gold right here. You know, I gotta make sure it's voiced for the podcast. That's all.
It's probably not the best idea.
Probably not. But you know what? I've done worse things in life. Just ask my wife.
Drinking time. Cup of water.
Well, that definitely segues into our next question favorably here. So, off stream, what would you say is one of your favorite games to play?
Do you know what? The problem with this right now, it's actually the game that I play on stream as well. Because I just, like, Dark Souls has been my favorite game for however many years it's been out now.
Yes.
And at the moment, so I mean, I do like that, but realistically, outside of the game that I'm actually streaming at the moment, I really like city builders and strategy type games. Like my favourite game of all time is pretty much, I would say, City Skylines. City Skylines is just a fantastic game. I could put that on 8 o'clock in the morning and still be there 8 o'clock the next morning and not even realise that 10 minutes have passed. That's how addictive games are like that are to me. But that would be probably what I would consider my main game outside of Dark Souls. It's just because I'm streaming Dark Souls just now and I'm doing the offline grinding when I'm not streaming.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm still playing the game. But I try and squeeze in, I'm trying to squeeze in other games where I can, but I literally turn them on for 5 minutes. But I'm easily persuaded by other people as well, because another one of my moderators, Heko, so his stream the other night was MapleStory, and I haven't played MapleStory in a gajillion years, and because of him, I spent 6 hours.
I didn't even know MapleStory was still a thing.
Yeah, it's still a bloody thing. Yeah, speak of the devil, there he is. Yeah, and because of that dickhead, I have now installed MapleStory and I've got my character up to like level 70 or something like that. And I think that was just earlier on today. I mean, that's just today. And that's me, I think. But the thing is, I'll do the same as what I do with every other game. When I get the urge to play it, and then all of a sudden I go, I can't be fucked with that shit anymore, and then I'll just never play it again.
Right.
But Hegel wants me to play it with him, so I suppose we'll have to at some point. Maybe.
We shall see. Time will tell.
I won't. It's a secret.
Well, I mean, judging by your short-term memory, you'll probably forget by the end of the podcast.
This is a podcast?
Something like that. I don't know. It's more just two jackasses sitting down having a quick chat.
Well, one jackass. I'm sure you're okay. I know I'm definitely a jackass.
Well, I mean, if you ask the rest of my crew, they'd say otherwise. Now to double back to you, to your history of content creation, is there any funny moments, or as we like to call it, funny fuck-ups that you can remember?
Yes.
Aside from you being muted, which happens very often.
No. It's not that. So what it was is, this is actually really fucking embarrassing for me. So my wife actually mentioned something about this in chat earlier on, but I didn't say anything because I had a feeling it might have came up later on. So what she said is, ask people. Sorry, say how you celebrated your Twitch affiliate. So when I got Twitch affiliate is what I mean. Yeah, so she knows what I'm going. So it's not this embarrassing. It's just that I made the biggest royal fuck up I've ever made in my life. So we had affiliate while I was on stream. So I was not affiliate, and then all of a sudden I was affiliate. And I think I was having an early stream early in the day or something. And I made the mistake of breaking out, I think it was Jack Daniel's Single Barrel.
Oh boy.
And also other mixed drinks of different varieties. To be quite honest, I don't remember much of the night. It's a bit of a blur. So basically what happened was, as the night went on, I just got drunker and drunker. And I can't explain everything that happened that night, but I think there might still be clips of the absolute joke of a person that I turned into. I was slurring my words. I wasn't even speaking to anybody anymore. I just had like comedy clips on YouTube in the background or something like that. And it's just me sitting, just fucking falling off my chair and going,
Oh God.
Till maybe like 2 or 3 in the morning or something like that. So it got to about 2 or 3 in the morning, and eventually my brain kind of knocked on me a couple of times and went, hey, come on. And it told me, no, you need to get to sleep. And I went, okay, I'm going to sleep. So I kind of drunkenly tried to say goodbye to everybody. And I thought I pressed the button to end the stream, which I did not. So what happened was, all I really did is I got up, I didn't end the stream, I went over to that corner over there, and I was sick all over the corner, and I went outside, it was on the carpet in here, and then I went outside my door towards my bedroom, and I was sick on the wall outside the bedroom as well. And the stream's still on just now, so the audio probably picked all of this up as well.
Oh God.
So I was sick in about 3 different places during the house, and I was in the house myself, luckily, that night, because my wife was I think she was in Scotland at the time, or she was out that night for whatever reason, but I was just being absolutely sick everywhere. And then I was so drunk that I didn't even know what happened, and I went to my bed until about maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, where that way I woke up with a start, and I realised I hadn't closed the stream. So I've staggered out from my bed to close the stream, which still had more viewers than the average Twitch streamer would have got at that time anyway. I think I was still on 11 viewers or something like that, with just a chair, you know what I mean? So, like, everybody kept their streams on overnight as well.
Oh my God.
And eventually shut it down, but I was so hungover and I felt so bad. Like all the nonsense that happened over there, I tried to deal with it, but I couldn't. So I just went to my bed, and I came up. It took me the whole day to clean it up because I was so hungover that I couldn't deal with it. I would go up to it, and I was sick on it again as well at one point because that's how sick I was. I don't know how much of that was captured on the stream before it got turned off, but holy shit, that was a bad night. Yeah, apparently I was sleeping as well, according to Hecko as well. That is probably the most embarrassing night that I've ever had on Twitch. I've had great nights as well, but that was definitely the most embarrassing, and it was literally my first stream as an affiliate Twitch streamer as well. Bravo. Yeah, I know. And I've never drank like that since, I'm telling you that right now.
Probably a good idea. Yeah, I would support that fully.
That's why I've had one beer and now I'm drinking water because I'm a normal human nowadays. Because I'm a mess, thank you.
Normal?
Okay. Wait, just give me it. Come on. I just told you my most embarrassing thing that I've done on stream.
Yeah, okay, you know what? I'll give you half a pass on that. The other half, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Apart from crying, but that's a different story.
You know what? It happens. Oh, man.
The part that I couldn't get over, though, is I still couldn't believe that... Because I looked at the average numbers for that stream as well, and it was still... I think the average was like 12 or 13 or something like that on my very first affiliate stream, and it was ridiculous. Because people were obviously... I think people must have been talking about it and going... There's a chair streaming for about the last 16 hours or whatever the fuck it is. That was a horrible night. And a great night, but it was a fucking horrible night.
I mean, shit, I'm glad my chair stream didn't wind up like that. I forgot that my chair stream was 10 and a half hours, and I had left for work and didn't realize that my stream was still running, because I had streamed right before I had to leave, where I was doing a charity event, and right before I had to leave for work, I just realized what time it was and just fucking up and bolted. And all of a sudden, one of my moderators calls me on Discord, and I'm like, "The fuck? Why are you calling? I'm working." I got on my break, and I called him like, "You're still live," and I'm like, "I need to figure out how to either run home, turn my computer off, and get back, or." And this was right before I hit affiliate too, so I was like, "This is gonna fuck my numbers up."
Oh man!
Thankfully, like 5 of my family members were like, "Okay, how do we make this not suck?" And I'm like, "Literally, just open a tab over here on your computer." And just, you don't have to stare at my chair, just leave it there, okay, till I figure out what to do. Thankfully, I finally figured out how to let somebody remote into my computer and just end the stream. I was like, okay, crisis averted.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even have been that smart about it, to be honest.
I certainly wasn't. One of my moderators figured all that shit out for me and then just texted me like, hey, it's all fixed. I'm like, okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, like, it wouldn't be the first time I've done it as well, but I've never done it for that length of time before. There's been plenty of times where I've been sitting picking my nose for like 10 minutes or something like that, and you know what I mean? But everybody's done that at least once or twice.
Right, of course.
But that's the thing though, sorry, it just quickly as well, like one of the times that happened when I didn't realise, I still had my chatting things open because I hadn't closed down the software obviously, and I just noticed somebody came into chat talking to me. And I was so confused. I was literally picking my nose and cleaning it, and I was about to get changed and stuff as well. I was like a couple of minutes away from doing that. And it might have been trying, I have no idea. I can't remember exactly who it was.
We're about to switch to Grumpy After Hours special.
Yeah, exactly. That's when I was moving from the Twitch stream to the Chatterbait stream. But no, I do it all the time as well. And this is why I'm not well known. I'm well known with them for how terrible my memory is. And my wife is the one that's got to put up with it more than anybody.
You are a saint and a half for I won't say putting up with, but finding the strength to put up with. I mean, granted, I'm sure he's at least a little bit more tame at home.
Think.
Like at least 2% more tame.
Yeah. Close to 1, but okay.
I said I was giving you the benefit of the doubt here. Can you just fucking take it and run already?
Nah, there's no point.
Valid. So what are the other questions that I think was a very interesting idea that we got from your community, actually? If you could never play Dark Souls again,
ooh,
and you had to replace it with another game.
Okay, it's a pretty tame question. Okay, I thought they would have went with worse questions than that. It's easy. I mean, Demon Souls, no thank you. It's easy because like we literally spoke about the same game earlier on, Doom Eternal. Because and look, it can change because I've got tons of what I call favourite games. You know what I mean? I just keep some of them for off stream and I keep some of them for streaming because there's some that I just want to enjoy. Because for instance, I did stream Witcher 3 for a while, I don't love Sorry, somebody just mentioned Fall Guys. Fuck that game. Fuck it in its face. I retired a champion from that game though. But I keep games for a reason. But that also gives me something that if I wanted to stream it, I could stream it.
Right.
Like I said though, for instance, Witcher 3, fantastic game, one of the best RPGs that's been made for a long time. Not everybody will agree, but I love it. I think it's a fantastic game.
I would have to agree because, I mean, shit, this stack of games that came out in 2004, 2005, I think, for me at least, was this is the Dot Hack franchise.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
This was the last good RPG, period. And then after that, Witcher.
Okay, I mean, I'll give you that, but you have to bear in mind, like, I've very rarely go near anything that's anime related, and there's no reason other than I don't know if it's just the visual style that keeps me away from games, or if I just don't involve myself in anime culture, which according to most people is pretty damn cool. But I've tried watching different animes, and I just don't get what people see in it. I mean,
right. Also, real quick, for those of you that just heard me say that on YouTube, go ahead and flame me in the comments. I'd love the engagement.
Oh, you're streaming live on YouTube as well?
No. This is being posted to my YouTube after the fact.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's where you post your thing. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Yeah, so I would probably pick something like, for instance, Doom Eternal, or I mean, like, let's say, for instance, no, it's an easy answer. I've just realised it's an easier answer than I thought. It would be the DLC for Witcher 3, because I've played the whole game of Witcher 3 and enjoyed it on my own, but I haven't played the DLC yet, so that would be like a great opportunity to experience something new as well, but also something familiar at the same time.
Right.
So it would make it easier to get into it as well. Sorry, I keep looking down at chat because my fucking wife, oh, Jesus Christ.
I just saw he likes playing the pain in my arse. That's his job.
Yeah, but I know, but I took that as being something slightly different. I got, wait a minute, I have been in that area for a while. Sorry. Was that too far?
No.
You did say it wasn't PG?
No, there was pretty much, as long as it's within Twitch toss, it's good over here.
Well, I'm not showing you my own brown hole, so I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, try and swallow that. No, wait. No, don't say that.
Phrasing.
Phrasing, yes.
Oh, man. So, if you could
Yes.
go back in time to right before you started streaming, and you had all these crazy ideas in your head of things that you wanted to do or ways that you wanted to do it, or just the general thoughts going in your brain about starting to stream on Twitch, is there any advice or anything you would tell former you to not do or to do differently?
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? That's actually a really tough question, because I've got two answers to this, and one of them is, if I had the ability to go back, do you know what I would do? I wouldn't stream.
Really?
To be 100% honest. No, but the thing is, though, I would have to have the memory of streaming out of my head first, though, and not have never an experience, because I'll never go back now. I love it too much now. But it's caused, even though it's caused a lot of happiness, it's also caused a lot of stress as well, and a lot of like late nights just thinking what I've done wrong. And I would like to go back to where it was so much simpler, where I just played games. But if I was to go back, like, that point aside, if I was to go back, I'd just say lower your expectations. That is the one thing. Just lower your expectations, because I've got the type of brain that wants to be very good, very quick. But obviously, to get very good and wherever you want to go, you need to learn. You need to put all your time into learning things. And for somebody like me who only played games, I didn't know anything about video software, editing, you name it. It took me a year or whatever it was just to make a trailer for Twitch, because I had no idea how to use video editing software. So it's just, I would have said to myself to learn these things earlier, instead of just jumping in and just hoping for the best. But even then, would it have changed anything? not really, because to me, learning is about doing. Doing is the best way of learning. So I don't even know if I would give myself any advice. But the one thing I would say is stop making those excuses on the times that you cancel your streams. That is probably the one main thing in the last 3 years that I wish I'd done better, was being way more consistent. And these guys know what I'm talking about, because every so often, and this is a weird thing, right? So the weird thing is, the times I'm most likely to cancel a stream is when I've had a really good stream. And I don't know why that is. It's like, oh shit, I don't think I can do better than that. And then I come to the next stream, and then you're like, fuck, can't think, how to improve on that. And you forget, just enjoy yourself and just do the same thing, you know what I mean? And then you're going to have a good time anyway.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, I totally get you there, because I've definitely felt that way after like a really, really good stream. I'm like, like, we're just going to call the rest of the week off. We peaked here. We're done.
Sorry, I'm laughing at two things again. I'm laughing at my fucking community, and I'm laughing at what you're saying.
Oh, your fucking crew is a riot.
This is why I just leave them to talk to themselves most of the time, because I don't even need to entertain them. I think they just look for a chat room to talk in, and they've just found my corner of the internet, and they've went, fuck it, we're staying here. We're just going to hang around here.
Right.
This guy, whoever he is. It's like, who's Grumpy? We don't fucking know.
Oh man. So now, since you wouldn't really have a whole lot in the realm of advice or anything you'd do differently, if you were to stop streaming tomorrow, not that anybody here is suggesting you do that, by the way,
maybe one or two.
Anybody here in this podcast, omitting chat.
Yeah, ignore them.
If you were to stop streaming tomorrow, what would Grumpy like to do to occupy all that free time that he's reclaimed for himself?
I would love to say something really inspirational, like get out more and go to the gym and other lies like that. But at the end of the day, I'd probably still be sitting in front of my computer playing whatever having more time to play the computer games that I'm currently playing, because like streaming does not help with that in the slightest. It actually makes it harder to play games.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and that includes like your spare time as well, because I do try and spend some of my time playing games, but part of that is leveling up in games that I'm also playing as well.
Right.
Which means I'm not really playing the game I want to play. I'm playing the game I'm playing on stream just to try and make it less shit for everybody else to watch. But honestly, I've never put any thought into it. I've never really thought, what would I do? Because I think I'm at the point now where I could live without it. I don't know how to explain it better, but my brain just doesn't operate on what ifs. That's the problem. I don't operate on what ifs, really. In this sense, I don't operate on what ifs. It's just, I don't see the point in thinking about it. If it happened and I had to stop streaming, I would just stop streaming and I'd just go back to doing whatever I do. I'd probably spend more than 5 minutes a night with my wife for a change, but that's probably about it.
Damn, wife, that's how long he needs? Shit.
Well, I mean, that was just whatever. Cuddles as well, but okay.
You know what? We're not even gonna read that. We're not even gonna read those out loud. No.
Oh, wait a minute.
Will y'all be nice to the mans for like 5 seconds? I want one person in this chat to say other than this man's wife, I need one person to say a nice thing about him right now.
Fucking good luck.
That even gotta be from your crew. I just need somebody to say something nice about this man.
Yeah, like I said, good luck.
He's okay? Alright, I'll take that, Trang. He's okay.
My wife said she feels privileged. Although I think she's talking about something else.
Oh my goodness. You know what? You know what, Red Lips? Yeah. You have been nice. You have been nice. That is very true. It has just been buried in all of the hazing. But you have said rather nice things this evening.
It's not that when I turn up in her man's chat and she's trying to ban me from it.
He's supported me through hard times, even though he doesn't know what to say. He listens.
Doesn't say that, but okay, fair enough then. You're not. Don't tell her that. She might want me to listen to her now.
Being nice is not in my nature.
Yeah, that's why I married her.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you need that. Sometimes you just need that tough love.
Oh, I definitely get plenty of that.
Sometimes you need a lot of that.
We're not talking about strap-ons, are we?
Yeah.
Sorry. No, wait a minute.
What you do is what you do, and we'll leave it at that. Oh man, more kink insights, right? Oh man. So,
Yes.
God, how many fucking questions did you guys ask? We're almost at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, don't worry. There's no rush. There's no rush.
I had this in a particular order, and then, as per usual, we tend to go on tangents on this podcast, and we wind up answering a bunch of questions. So I'm like, I can reorder this a little bit in my brain in real time. He's hiding a swing behind that green screen. No, I checked behind the green screen myself before the podcast. I can confirm that there at least was not a swing on that side of the room.
But yeah, because you were there when I moved the bloody thing.
Yeah.
Forgot about
So
that.
what are some games that you played way back in the day that you would love to bring back or show off on stream at some point, even just for nostalgia's sake?
Oh, are we talking like proper retro here? Are we talking just anything in general?
I tell you what, you give me one proper retro game, and you give me one game in the last 10 years.
Okay, right. The retro one's actually really easy because I've been thinking about a lot about this game recently, and it was a game for the Commodore Amiga. Not WoW. I'll never play WoW on stream. What was I going to say? It was Rick Dangerous for the Commodore Amiga.
Okay.
It's a 2D platformer, and we're talking early to mid 90s, I believe it was. So like these were like the first games that were available for that machine. I think it was on other things like the Atari ST and things like that as well. But you have to remember, I'm a couple of years older than you, so you might not have had an Amiga yourself. You might be sitting there going, what the fuck is Rick Dangerous?
I've never heard of the game, but we did have an Amiga in my household.
Okay, well, I'll take that back then. But that, so it might not even be that.
I was very young at that time, so...
I was young as well, but I was about 11 or 12, something like that. But I mean, it wouldn't even be specifically that game. There's like so many games on that platform that I would love. I'd love it to be just like 90% of the games that are on that platform, because that for me is the best. I want to call it a computer. It's kind of a mixture of a console and a computer. It's hard to explain the Amiga, but this is my favourite gaming platform of all time. Was that machine? So
yeah, it was kind of that weird era where you had a bunch of like home computers, but it was really just for your kids to shove the game cartridge in and call it a day.
Best part was as well, shut up, wifey. Yeah, sorry. So I had, and this is what spins me out when I think about this as well, when I think about the Amiga. I had a 500 megabyte RAM upgrade, and that doubled my RAM on that machine. So it was only like 1 gig of RAM. You know what I mean? You had to have a half meg upgrade, and that was the most I could get on it. Yeah, and Phoenix as well. So he's slightly older than me, so he obviously remembers that as well. We've had a couple of conversations about the Amiga, but that's an age thing as well. It wasn't even the first thing I had. Do you know what I would actually like to do as well? And everybody would hate it. Let's go further back to like the Atari 2600. When you've got like the stiff little fucking joystick with one button on it.
You see now, because we had a 2600 and an Intellivision in my house, and as a kid, I literally only wanted to play those two consoles. And then finally, my brother let me use the N64, and I was like, oh, Clay Fighter exists. Okay, these can go in the closet now.
Oh, fucking nonsense. But that's the thing, right? So, like, all these games only had, at best, vector-style graphics or Was not even 8-bit. I don't think I don't even know what you would describe it as. But do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to on stream play Pong with somebody. Just proper 2D shitty fucking 4 lines in the square ball Pong. I think that'd be fucking fantastic.
All right.
You'd have to have like.
I need responses in chat right now. Who wants to see Mr. Pip Darty versus Grumpy Scotsman in Pong? Best of like until we decide that we're done or we're already cussing up a storm more so than actually playing the fucking game.
you have to scull a beer every time you lose a point as well.
We can make
too much.
No. We can make this. I'm just trying to think of what days I have off in a month to make this happen.
Anyway, this is purely hypothetical. It would probably flop like fuck as well. Actually, no, these guys would come and give a shit about it anyway.
We could sell this. We could sell this. This could work. We're gonna make this work.
To the pension crew, possibly yes.
Look, I didn't say sell this for a profit. Okay, I'm just saying people would show the fuck up. Okay. First to 50. No, it's gonna turn into because it's just like playing air hockey. For those of you that actually have ever been to an arcade and played air hockey, you don't stop at first to X. You get to that first to 3 and then you're like, no, fuck you, you cheated. No, that last game was bullshit. We're going again. We'll figure out a way to set this up, and you just stay tuned on Twitter for announcements on when that might happen. I will figure out a way to make this legit.
And also bear in mind, this whole part of the conversation is just me stalling while I try and remember a game from the last 10 years. And I also remember what the actual question was because I get distracted by retro stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I've fully acknowledged that, but it was both stalling and also getting further away from you remembering the point.
You're learning.
We need a game in the last 10 years that you would totally play on stream or would really want to rock on stream.
Oh, last 10 years. Fuck, what games have I played in the last... Do you know what I'm going to have to do here? I'm going to actually have to...
Wifey's apparently coming in clutch with another beer.
The problem is that green screen that I moved over there is in front of the door. And I had to squeeze past it earlier on. Oh, actually, do you know what? Wait a minute. When was Sniper Elite 4 out? That's a good point. Yep, hold on a second. One second.
What a champ! What a champ!
I don't think you won't be seen. When we
got her on cam.
Okay, there she is. Thank you, wifey. Yeah, so that's Spirit Fingers over there. Shit, have I just muted myself?
No, yeah, you're good. You're good.
You've just got quiet for me for some reason. I've no idea why.
I went quiet. What?
Wait a minute. Am I wrong? Because I feel as if your volume's going down a little bit.
My volume hasn't changed over here.
Yeah, that means I've just done something wrong then.
Oh, there he goes breaking shit.
Oh no, I know what it is. Okay, I've got it. I think. Maybe.
Maybe? Yes, no, maybe so?
Or not? No, just quickly, do you want to say something just to make sure I can hear it?
Something to make sure that you can hear it.
Right, okay, so what it is, it's the mixer on my headphones. I had it turned the opposite direction it should have been turned on. That's why the volume went down.
Yeah, generally speaking, that might help.
And that's only after one beer. Jesus.
Hey, we wouldn't be streamers if we didn't randomly break shit or accidentally on purpose break shit.
Oh, it's every stream. It's ridiculous. I don't think there has been a stream where I haven't broken something instantly.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a rite of passage. You have to have some kind of tech issue for it to be a legitimate stream. That's just my thinking behind it, If something isn't breaking, you're not doing it right.
Exactly, and that's why the guys in chat are just like, yep, this is a Grumble move. He does this constantly. This is literally his stream now. I'm the captain now.
He's only been on a PC for a couple weeks. Give him some time, he'll adjust.
A couple of weeks? Try fucking a couple of decades, you old bastard.
So as you were saying, game in the last 10 years, and you'd brought up Sniper Elite.
Well, I mean, that's definitely an option, but see, to be quite honest, the last 10 years, I mean, there's too many games to pick one out. But like that was definitely one of my favourite ones to play, probably in the last 10 years.
That's definitely a good choice.
Yeah, I just like shooting people in the nuts and seeing their nuts explode. It's fantastic.
I was thinking that that's where you were going with this, and thank you for not disappointing.
That's how I got the final achievement I was looking for in it, because there's an achievement for like exploding or shooting like every body part, and I played it for so long, and I kept wondering, what the fuck is this final body part? I just had no idea what this final fucking body part was until I accidentally shot somebody in the nuts. And then I decided from then on, yeah, everybody's getting shot in the nuts.
And somebody in chat was just saying he's 100% saying this so he can watch a bullet fly through somebody's balls.
Heckle. Oh, heckle, literally. No, but you know what? Actually, no. Hold on.
Let's be honest, you've all done it. You've all done it. If you've played Sniper Elite.
Yeah, because it's a weak spot, literally. It's a critical hit. My wife just made a good point there, actually, with Assassin's Creed, because the Assassin's Creed games is my favourite series, like series of games of all time. If that was a question, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the question, but don't be sorry. We can, we'll go from here.
Yeah, and like, I mean, but then it'll come down to picking which one is the favourite, and it's hard to pick because for a long time it was Assassin's Creed 4, which is Black Flag.
Yeah.
But once Odyssey came out, that was pretty much game, set, and match. I've played the other one since then, but Odyssey's still been the one that I've spent more hours on and would still go back to as well. It's just, I think it's the most fun one they've made since Black Flag. And what before that? I'm trying to think. The one with... I like the Ezio trilogy as well, but Odyssey's definitely my favourite out of those ones. Fantastic, I love it. So yeah, sorry, I'm changing my answer basically.
No, you're totally fine.
Yeah, I can't even give you a game, but if I was to give you one of those games, I would probably say Odyssey.
See that? Wifey coming in clutch twice, both with the beer and then jogging your memory about Assassin's Creed. There you go.
Somebody has to do it because I've got no chance of remembering.
Nobody in my chat say anything, okay? Yes, you guys know that I'm not a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. That's fine. Other people can like it. That's totally cool.
Oh, you don't? Okay, fine then.
No, it's not that I don't. Here's the thing. It's not that I don't like Assassin's Creed. No. So here's what happened. I was super stoked about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We had played Black Flag on stream. Everybody was in Discord shouting shanties at each other, having a great time, cracking a few beers and whatnot, being assholes like we do. And then Valhalla came out. I got into this huge, big fucking Viking cosplay, chainmail and all and shit. And then the game was just a shit show on PC because it was horribly optimized and didn't run worth dick on anything with an AMD processor in it, which is what I run on my PC. And it took them 3.5 months to figure it out and fix it. And at that point, the whole allure behind it and the whole hype behind us, all getting together and watching me stream it was just gone. And on top of that, me being frustrated, I had a few shots in me and I was still just trying to tank through and playing through the game in very choppy frame rate. And then all of a sudden, in typical Assassin's Creed fashion, we were right in the middle of raiding a church. And then I get pulled into this 10.5 minute auto-scrolling flashback, and I'm like, I am drunk, I am pissed off, and the last thing I want to do is be pulled away from raiding with the boys with an axe in my hand for a fucking speech from some archaeologist that I don't even give a fuck about. Because 10 minutes ago, I was about to cut the Pope's head off. Like, come the fuck on.
Okay, so hold on a second. So you've just ruined part of the game for me because I haven't cut any Pope's head off yet.
You don't cut the Pope's head off.
But no, you made a good point there. There was something that Heckle mentioned as well.
Well, I mean, we could. I'm just kidding. But we could.
This one's a bit fucking heavier. Ugh. I can use this one if you want.
I mean, that would work. That would work.
If you didn't catch what that was, that's Frostmourne, World of Warcraft. Sorry, I must have whispered. I went too far away from the camera there.
Nerd.
Yes.
Yeah. Alan.
You rang? I know, I need to apologise for my background as well, because it looks very plain without my green screen on. It's ridiculous.
Oh no, whatever will we do without it being just your body keyframed out over top of gameplay? The travesty. We're not here for what's behind you. We're here for you.
No. Okay, we'll rephrase that ever so slightly to, we're here to abuse the shit out of you.
Well, I mean, you're reading chat, so yes, you're getting that abuse, but we're not.
Yeah.
The rest of us here that are asking you questions and whatnot are not here to abuse you.
I might be reading chat, but I'm fucking ignoring most of it.
There you go. Oh my god.
See why?
Yeah.
You only have to look at it for 2 seconds to see why.
Yeah, you guys are, I'm gonna have to go back and just watch the VOD too and just see some of the shit that I've missed. Oh,
Animals. Absolute animals, every one of them.
all right. Now we've got a couple of
Okay.
really dumb questions, but I have to ask them because I was made to promise to ask them.
I was born to take dumb questions, it's fine.
Do you consider a hot dog a sandwich?
Fuck off.
I'm doing my fucking job here, Grumpy. All right, answer the goddamn question.
Who asked that fucking question?
Don't worry about it. That's not the point of it.
No, it's not a fucking sandwich. It's a fucking hot dog. A hot dog is a completely separate thing. Don't get me angry talking about food.
Fucking thank you. Thank you.
A sandwich is 2 individual pieces of bread with something in the middle. A hot dog is 1 piece of bread with stuff in the bread. They're very different things.
And just a little grundle connecting the two halves.
Yeah, and there needs to be something there, otherwise it becomes a sandwich.
Thank you. Oh my god, somebody fucking gets it. Okay.
Does that make it hot? No heckle, it does not make it a sub either. Don't use that. Hit my mods, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, who would win in a fight? In your perfect universe, who would win in a fight? King Kong?
Me.
Or Godzilla?
Me. Sorry, man, so still me. Okay, right. But let's. So, Godfella.
Goodfellas? What?
Yeah. So, okay. The question's about to get a little bit nerdier. What iteration of Godzilla are we talking?
They did not specify. So take your pick.
Right. Let's go old school then. Let's talk proper leather, shitty, crappy looking ones. I would probably say King Kong because he's got a bit more brain power. And they could use things to beat the fucker over the head. But if you were to take the modern Godzilla, who's got like flame breath and is practically immortal, it's got no chance. Godzilla will just incinerate the thing in 2 seconds. It's just a hairball, for the love of God. Hair goes in fire. So it's fucked. You know what I mean?
Valid, yeah. Good point.
Old school King Kong? Yeah, old school King Kong could jump up on top of the highest building and just go down, splat it into pieces.
Fair.
But the new Godzilla, just melt the face.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, 2 different answers. I know it doesn't answer the question. It basically gives you 2 different answers.
Yeah, I think we it gave us multiple choice. Kind of choose your ending type deal. I think we would work with that.
And then you've got things like Mecha as well.
Yeah.
And that's just you know what I mean? So whoever asked that question, fuck them. Because they knew fine well I would get upset about which Godzilla or which King Kong it would be. So, well done to whoever that was. But wait a minute, what's Pepsi ad Godzilla?
Yeah, I'm not familiar. We'll have to look that up later.
Yeah.
Pepsi and Godzilla.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyways, would you rather go deep sea diving or skydiving?
Oh, fuck. I'm scared of heights. So,
same, bro. Same.
Yeah. Fuck heights. Fuck them in their face. I am not going anywhere that's high up, and I'm not falling off of that thing. The ground has been put there for a reason, and it's for me to stay on it.
Amen to that.
Exactly. I don't have wings. I'm staying the fuck down here. There you go. So, but even then, I'm scared of everything that's in the water as well, because obviously I live in Australia now, and like everything that's in Australia in land or in the water wants to fucking kill you anyway.
Right.
But my wife just called me a pussy. Thanks, wifey. But yeah, like, if I was to take a choice out of the two, it's definitely deep sea diving, because I think less things could probably go wrong. Like if you're up there and the parachute goes, you don't get any second chances.
No,
you're gonna hit that ground like a fucking dart.
There's no mulligans on that one.
Exactly, and nobody's gonna help you. And the other way around, like if you're under the water and if it's deep sea diving, you're gonna have other people that could throw you back up to wherever you're going. There's no throwing you back up to a plane. There's only down. Down is your life.
Yeah.
Down is where you're going. Sorry, it's literally the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Valid. Oh man. All right. So you have three choices to take with you into medieval combat. Three weapons. It can be from this era or the past. Go.
Fuck me. I've now basically got to try and make myself sound intelligent enough that I actually know three weapons from medieval times.
They can be improvised, and it can be modern weapons too.
Oh, okay, but just to fight in that time?
Yes, to fight in that time period.
Oh, easy then. Fucking too easy. So, I'm assuming you've played the Fallout games by this point.
Yes.
Okay? Yes, so I would take a mini nuke launcher. I would take...
Good old fat man.
Fat man, yeah, get a fat man out there. Very fitting for me as well, I'd imagine. And... would you even need another two? You just take a nice sidearm just in case you have to do a bit of close range shooting up.
Yeah, a little bit of clean up.
I'm not taking any old school weapons. Fuck that shit. I'm taking AK-47s or M14s or, like I said, the old fat man as well.
A little overkill, but I appreciate the thoroughness.
Oh, sorry, and as my wife just mentioned,
the BFG, yeah.
The big fucking gun. I love the fact that that's called that as well. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's the best for sure.
A trebuchet to the bob. Did I say it properly? Yeah, I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. Trebuchet.
Yes, indeed.
Phoenix will probably know. He lives in France. But anyway, it would just be an assortment of modern weapons, because if some dickhead comes up to me with a sword, I'll just let him fucking get 5 minutes. Just let him keep running at me with his horse, and then I'll just launch a fucking grenade at him. Job done. And then they can all burn me as a witch or whatever it is.
Right. Well, I mean, at that point, I don't think there'd be too many people left to condemn you for it.
Just me Evil Dead style with chainsaws attached to my arms or something like that.
Oh God. Somebody Photoshop this, please. And then
I'm going to hold still for a second. There we go.
All right. Did you guys get that? No? Okay, you can grab it in the YouTube video later. If you could be any fictional video game character in the last 3 games you've played, who would you be?
Oh, and the last... fuck's sake. The last 3 games I've played are the last 3 Dark Souls games.
Well, there you fucking go.
So, now, can we count Dark Souls as one game?
We can, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll count Dark Souls as one game. So the last 3 games I've played is Dark Souls, Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh,
so actually, good. You know, oh, fuck.
Fucking... Oh.
I actually just started learning the speedrun again for the game, too.
Oh, Jesus. And the other one's Maple Story. So, do you know what? I think Horizon Zero Dawn would be the choice, because... Aloy... No, what the fuck's her name again?
Well, Aloy's the main character, yeah.
Aloy, yeah. So... even though she's female and I'm male, that's irrelevant. She is a fucking badass character.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I would choose her over any of the other ones in the slightest. Either that or Sif from Dark Souls. I'd get to be a doggy. There you go. But I would pick Aloy. I would 100% pick Aloy. Actually, you know what? I should have picked Aloy's adopted dad. That would have been a much straighter choice. And he's cool as fuck as well.
Okay.
But like I said, she's an absolutely badass character, and I wouldn't even care. I would pick her in an instant. There you go.
Red Lips, yes, this is the watch us play with our beard stream. It's what we do.
Yeah, sorry.
It's what we do.
So that's one thing my wife actually hates that I do, because I don't know that I'm doing it.
You gotta stimulate the follicles, which, by the way, leads us to our next question. What's your beard care regimen?
Does it look as if I've got any sort of beard care? No, it's literally I just blow dry it and brush it. That is it. There's nothing else that goes into it. It's just blow dry, comb, done. I know a lot of other people use like beard oils and things like that, but I find that if you put beard oils on, it kind of, I don't know, it just makes it go into weird shapes for me for some reason. So I just let it, because mine is a bit longer and it's heavy enough that it falls down anyway. If I don't straighten it, however, it just looks like I'm trying to think of something that's not too offensive. I was going to say like a lady's vagina or something. I have no idea. It's the best I could do.
Yeah, I feel like it's like I used beard oil for like a month, like not every day for a month, but I used it regularly for like a month, and fucking literally my beard just wound up all of a sudden just like curling upwards and to the left, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? No, and I just fucking threw the shit out. I was like, I'm done with it.
The weird thing where like at the front here, it kind of caves in. If I don't look after it properly, it caves in here. But it does that anyway, because like we're back to wearing masks outside again for the meantime at the moment. So like having a beard, you know what it's like wearing a mask with a beard on? Like you can look after that beard as much as you want. I need to stop looking at chat. Fuck me dead. But like within 20 minutes of sticking that mask on, you go back in and you've got that big dent in there again, and you can't get out again until the next time you go in the shower. Which, because I live in Australia, has to be every 10 minutes.
I mean, I can't even visit your country, so I would just fucking melt.
Apparently, according to Red Lips Heza, vulvas are beautiful, so I need to check myself. I need to not be like that.
His noodle catcher? Yeah, it's a flavor saver, you know?
Oh, that reminds me. I've just realised why he's called that. Do you remember the pictures of the guy that did like mad shit with his beard and he turned it into like noodle cups and things like that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's that dude as well. I don't know how the fuck he did it, because like if I was to do that, I know if I was to put noodles in that, whatever was in those noodles would come straight down here straight away. I think it's fake. Fuck that guy. That guy's a liar.
Well, I mean, he could have put like cling film in the bowl that he made out of his beard. You never know. All kinds of shenanigans. Oh man. I can't believe Chad just segued me into that question. Good job, Chad. Good job on you.
I can't believe the word vulva has been mentioned so many times.
Apparently it's the word of the day in chat at the very least.
Well, get your vulvas here, 2 for a $5.
Oh my God. If you had to get a tattoo tomorrow, what would you get it of?
Okay, we're back to simple questions now. Nice. You know what? I actually know what I want for my next tattoo, and it's because this one has been turned into a kind of sleeve. I want to do the same with this. Sorry, my left arm as well. But what I've got left on my left arm is assortments of tattoos that are not that great, and they're just a little bit all over the place. The first thing I would actually do is get laser, get rid of everything on that arm, or at least have a discussion with somebody about how to cover things up and things like that. But what I want to do is turn this arm into... So this right arm is mostly music stuff. So I've got like Nirvana, Sepultura, Limp Bizkit, Dio, Iron Maiden, Disturbed, you name it. There's all sorts of bands on there. But this arm I want to be like a cartoon character. And I mean, like, when I say cartoon characters, I'm talking about ones that I grew up with. Like, for instance, Ren and Stimpy. But I've got SpongeBob, but I would definitely get a better one put on there.
Oh my God, Ren and Stimpy! You just brought me back a couple decades.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those type of cartoons that I brought. I would even get like what you would probably call cuter ones, like Little Mermaid or something. I would even get Little Mermaid on there. But I would definitely need to have He-Man's an absolute definite. I would need to have He-Man on there. I would need to have something from the A-Team on there. I know it's not a cartoon, but I would try and make it work somehow.
We'll count it.
No, I know, but I mean, like, A-Team's pretty much the best show that was ever made.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Because it was just so MacGyver-y, it was unbelievable. But basically, what A-Team basically was just an ensemble MacGyver show. All. Also, and it's brilliant. I loved it. They could make a working tank out of 3 plastic bottles and 2 aluminium cans or something.
You
like
can't
that.
forget the paperclip. There's almost always a fucking paperclip.
Yes.
that's the secret sauce right there. Oh man.
How did we get on A-Team? I've no idea.
Well, we started talking about what you were gonna get as a tattoo, and then things went on from there.
So, typical grumpy brain. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Stampy, you idiot. Now we're here.
Yeah, you do a way much better impression than me. I don't do impressions. I'm well known that any time that I try them, I'm very bad at them, and I pretty much get told to fuck off instantly.
I feel like that there's a certain marketable charm to that. Yeah, we can brand that. It's fine.
Okay, finger quotes charm. Okay.
Yeah, it's a charm. I didn't say it was a good one, but it's a charm. Oh man.
If my wife loved me, she would grab me another beer. Anyway.
So, in all the time that you've been streaming and developing a community, if you had to make one actual heartfelt statement to your moderators, what would it be?
Okay. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm gonna brace myself for this one.
No. I'm being very serious here. I'm serious face. Look, I've got my serious face on. Fuck you, cunts.
Oh man.
Probably wasn't the best choice of word.
That's a matter of perspective.
Okay, I know that. I do get the fact that there's a bit of a cultural difference in how we use the C word here. I know in America it's a little bit more frowned upon than we use it. Unfortunately, I'm Scottish with a bit of Australian thrown in, so to me that's just like a normal word. But no, let me be serious. Okay, let me be serious for a second.
I mean, to be fair, real quick, I'm a night owl who hangs out with nothing but Aussies and Kiwis all fucking night playing video games, so you ain't saying nothing new to me.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, I did. I was kind of hanging around in the background of one of your streams the other night there, but I was busy doing something else. I didn't bother saying hello because then I'd get dragged into a conversation and I got distracted. And I thought I was hearing Australian voices there as well, or New Zealand voices. But no, okay, what I would seriously say is, I would also say fuck you, seriously, beep. But honestly, like the guys that moderate in my stream, like they do a fantastic job, and it's as simple as that. Yeah, they give me shit. They give me shit all day long, but I live for it. That's the difference. They can give me as much shit as they want. I'll suck it up all day long and love it. But they do that much of a fantastic job. I don't care because that's part of and I hate using the word content, but it is. It's like it's interaction between me and them giving me shit, me reacting to that, and then other people get involved as well. And then next thing you know, I'm in a corner crying. There you go. I'm trying to be nice. It's not easy with these fuckers.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
But apart from the Trying Scotsman in particular, they're all great.
Fair enough.
I'm waiting for that reaction.
So we're the best. Sure, Hecka. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yeah, but the thing is, so like, I say that, but I don't actually mean it. Like,
of course, yeah, it's all in jest.
He's like Trying Scotsman. Like, they're all there often. Like, Trying Scotsman is probably there. Along with one other, he's there mostly every stream. The only problem being is sometimes his stream clashes at the same time as mine, and like, he'll still be there, but I have to tell him, you don't have to. You know what I mean? Just go and worry about your own stream. Like, but he still pops in and says "fuck you" just to annoy me. But he doesn't mention that he's streaming or anything like that because he's not like those other. We'll call them assholes. I think is probably the best word for it.
Right.
That like to do shit like that. And he's just called me the C word. Okay, so that's the reaction that I was hoping for.
There you go.
But no, like, they do a fantastic job. It's not just the fact that they do a good job, it's the fact that they're all good people as well. And they've all got good banter. They've all we all have got to the point now where we know each other, but not as like the way like really close friends do, but the way a friend group knows how you can treat the other person, as in you know where the lines are, and of course you're going to step over those lines, because what even are those fucking lines for, apart from for stepping over? And sorry, Heckle just said, have a blessed stream. So there's a quick story behind that as well. And there was a guy called The Godfather, was his name. And what this guy would do is, and he'd done this everywhere, he would go around, and it looked like he went around hundreds of streams, but in the space of a few hours, he would put in that message, have a blessed stream. And then he would move on to the next stream, do the same thing, do the same thing, do the same thing. So, sorry, that's just led me into guys like that. But it would be out of your stream within seconds of saying it. It would be gone. All he's doing is he's putting his name in a chat room, hoping that people see it and potentially follow him, and he's moved on to the next one. And I think we only caught him out because I think it happened like two or three of us were all streaming at the same time. No, sorry, I was watching a couple of streams myself. I think one of my friends was streaming, and like, we all kind of noticed at the same time that he was doing it in all these different places. And then the person that was streaming, or the mod would have a look at the chat logs and see that it was already gone within seconds. And I don't know why we ended up on that conversation, but I fucking hate people like that.
Yeah, it's kind of shite for sure. We do have one final question for you.
Oh, jeebus. Okay.
So, since we've officially taken care of all the questions that we've had from both of our respective communities at this point, we're gonna go ahead and give the floor to you and give you a chance to answer the question of Grumpy. Where can we find you? What can we find you doing? And when can we find you doing it?
Oh, do you mean I've got to try and like promote myself now?
Yeah, give us the elevator pitch. Come on now.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you never told me I had to do that. I thought the last couple hours was me showing you how fucking awesome I was anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah, for sure. You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it for you guys. Grumpy's going to be live right after this podcast ends, which is going to be in a few moments' time. We're going to give him some time to get his shit set up, and we're going to raid right into him.
Exactly.
What's your schedule again?
Now. An hour ago. Okay. I'll jump in quickly. Okay. Well, I'm not going to go for any sort of like jazzy elevator pitch, sales pitch. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. And it's quite simple. Like most of the guys that here know me anyway. I stream 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Normally at 7 p.m. Western Australian Standard Time. However, trying to translate that to anybody else's time zone has been ridiculous because it's literally the worst time zone to stream in.
I can tell you it's 6 a.m. EST. The rest of you bitches can calculate that shit on your own.
Exactly, and it's something like 11 a.m. in the UK. It's something like that anyway. And like this, like in the last few years, I've made a lot of excuses, but this year I've stuck pretty well with my schedule, and we're hoping to stick to that for the rest of the year and make some progress. So, like Phoenix has just said, so for the UK it's 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. CET, which I think is France time for that man there. But the point is, like, so I'm a variety streamer. This is the thing that I call myself a variety streamer, but at the moment I'm literally only playing Dark Souls, and this Doom Eternal stream that we're moving into is like a one-off. But I'm mostly playing Dark Souls at the moment because I like to play things that aren't easy because I know that I'm not going to be good at it, and it gives them a chance to give me shit. Okay, so we're doing that 3 nights a week, and for the most part it's gaming, but sometimes we'll break out a just chat and scream. Yeah, I break out screams quite a lot. Yes, exactly. And it depends what kind of mood, because I could come home at work and I'm late home and I'm only home at 6 o'clock and I've got to stream in an hour. Sometimes what I'll just do is go, fuck it, I'll leave the game, put it to one side, and we'll just chat for an hour or two instead of having a long stream where we're playing a game or whatever. And that's pretty much the way it's going to be. It's pretty much the way it always has been, and I don't plan on changing too much unless I can get some inspiration flowing through my brain. But anyway, that's me. I'm fantastic. We'll be in my stream very shortly, hopefully, and hopefully, you guys will have a good time there as well. It's been nice, and I mean, thanks for having me as well for a start. It's been a lot more relaxing than I thought it would be, because this isn't my stream that I have to worry about.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because I worry, I shouldn't do it, but I worry about my numbers way too much, unfortunately. It's just something that sticks on my brain, and the fact that I don't have to look at yours because I don't care, sorry, I'll rephrase that. It's not that I don't care. It's just that it's not my problem.
Right,
It's
exactly.
Exactly. But no, I appreciate you having me here. It's actually been a fun night, and I thought the questions were going to be a lot worse than they were.
Yeah, your crew is relatively a lot more, we'll call them sedated than I expected them to be.
Yeah, not what I was expecting. It really was not. Yeah. So Chang made a good point. I might be too tired from my own stream because fucking hell, we're nearly 2 hours late. That's fine.
Yeah, we've been chatting for quite a bit, but we will certainly give you some time to get set up and do whatever you feel up to doing. Nevertheless, I guess we'll see you in about a couple minutes.
Call it 5 or 10 minutes or something like that. It might not even take that long. All I need to do is move the green screen, just do another quick check of the light and get my OBS booted back up again. And I might just say hi in chat or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, you find some way to contact Twitter, Discord, here on the stream. I'm gonna hang out with these knuckleheads for a little bit while you get set up, and then you give us the flag, and we'll raid on over to you. All right?
And sorry, Jigsy made a good point. I need to turn my bots on. I cannot forget that. I forget that every fucking stream. They expect it though. Sorry, I just done a bit of internal burping there because of that curry I had earlier on.
Gotcha.
But like I said, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And then thanks to the guys for turning up and chatting as well, and really distracting the life out of me, making me forget things.
All right. Well, we'll see you over in your channel in a little bit then. All right.
Right. Thanks so much, dude. And guys, thanks. I will see you very shortly.
Skull.
Skull, indeed. Right. Hide me now. You're not supposed to see me anymore.
This is the part where you hang up the Discord call.
Oh yeah, that's how I do it. Typical Grumpy. Right, guys, thank you. I will catch up with you very shortly. See yous.